Alright lads, this is going to be a complete guide to the bows in Fortnite Season 6. We're strictly talking about the bows that are in Arena. I know some of them aren't included in Arena, specifically the shockwave one, but I'm not sure if there's any more. We're going to start off by talking about the green makeshift bow. The makeshift bow only comes in one rarity, and that's the green one. Okay, so any green bow you see is makeshift. Makeshift means it's able to be side graded to a primal or side graded to a mechanical, and obviously the primal ones uses the primal bones, and the mechanical one uses the mechanical parts. If you side grade to the mechanical bow, doesn't matter what rarity, it cannot be side graded from a mechanical bow to a flame bow or a stink bow. It just cannot be done. But if you do use the primal bones and side grade it to a primal bow, you would have a blue primal bow. And then from there, if you get a bunch of things, I'm going to break it down right now. So let's say you have your blue primal bow. What you can do is A, get some fireflies, or B, get a jerry can. Either one of them will allow you to side grade to a primal flame bow, but only if you have a blue bow. So let me say that again. You need a blue bow and fireflies or a jerry can, and therefore you can go to a flame bow. That will give you a purple flame bow. I'm not going to talk too much about stats. I'll mention a few numbers. It does do 68 DPS, but I really just want to talk about the effects. And then I'll talk a bit about the stink bow. The stink bow can be crafted the same way, but instead of getting a jerry can and fireflies, you can get a stink sack, which is what you get from killing frogs, or you can fish and get a stink fish. I still don't know the name of them, man. Someone in the comments will let me know. But the stink fish things, you know, they're just like stink bombs, but they're stink fish, basically. If you have either one of them and a blue primal bow, you can side grade to a stink bow. Now, between the flame bow and the stink bow, we're going to talk about which is more overpowered, because all that stuff was just basic knowledge. So I would say that the flame bow, I'm not going to make you wait for this, by the way. I'm just going to give it to you straight as it is. I was going to just make it wait, you know, and just ease into it, I guess. I'm just going to drop the big facts straight away. The primal flame bow is way more overpowered in those mid-game situations. Anything from zone 2 till 4, then it's really overpowered. But at about zone 4, I don't think anybody's building out of wood. So the flame bow is pretty useless against brick and metal. On brick, it actually can do damage to the brick, and it can stop you from editing it, but it won't do damage to you when you're on brick. On wood, it will stop you from editing, and it will do damage to you. It does the most damage to you when you're on wood, believe it or not. Because there is other materials that it can, like other materials you can build from in game. Like when you're on like rubber tires and stuff, it can do damage, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. But when you're on wood, and the longer you're on that tile, the more damage it will do to you. That's why the primal bow is so overpowered, especially for pulling down those high build fights in the mid game scenarios, because nobody's going to be wasting their hard mats. Everyone's going to be cranking out wood in, you know, third parties or whatever it is, and nobody's thinking about boxing up. But the stink bow is way more overpowered in those end game situations when people are boxed up out of metal and brick, because the stink bow is so good for one main thing, and that's storm surge. If you're in a lobby where you have storm surge, just fling a few stink bows around, like more than likely you will have like maybe 60-70 arrows, and that's not even max. The max arrows you can have on a trio is 93, and it's very overpowered in that aspect that if you're needing storm surge, just look around. It's very easy to know who's in a box, especially if you're just chilling, and just start flinging some arrows around anywhere, man. Before you know, you'll have 20, 30, 40 damage done, and that might be enough to save you from surge, as well as grief the other players, because the other players have to move out of them boxes now. So, you know, it's just annoying, you know, that's all it is literally just annoying. And, you know, they might move, and then another team might see them, and another team might spray them. So it's just a grief tactic, and it's what a lot of the top tier pros are going to be doing. But then you have the thing then, if you're considering, should I use the flame or should I use the stink? I would say use the stink bow. If you can consistently make it to endgame, make sure you have a stink bow, because it's going to help you out a load more. But then the ultimate and best option is in a trio. As an IGL, you should carry a bow, and then maybe your support player carry a bow as well. Your fragger is more than likely a controller player or a keyboard player, but he should carry an SMG. And you boys, instead of carrying an SMG, should be carrying the stink bow and a flame bow, and that way you have maximum coverage as far as, you know, versatility. Do you spray wood with the flame bow, or do you go with the stink bow? And you're just going to, you know, hit two birds with one stone. Now, it does take up that extra inventory slot, and you're going to have to get used to playing without an SMG. But is it more overpowered in the long run? Absolutely. 100%. Because when you get a pick, most people are still stacked on their arrows, because they're not, you know, carrying the bow. So every player will have 30, 40 arrows. And because there's 3 of you, you can split them evenly. Even to the fragger who's not carrying a bow, he can still carry the arrows for you and feed you ammo. So it's pretty helpful that way. I feel like, man, I've literally said everything I need to say. I'm trying to think if there's any more places I can go in depth. The video is currently 5 minutes long, but I think I might leave you with a bit of gameplay. I haven't done that in a while. So you boys let me know if this video helped by liking. And if you're new here, man, make sure you subscribe. I'm a Fortnite coach. And I'm putting all my information out on YouTube right here, right now for free. I'm going to get more and more advanced as I go along. I'm just trying to make a break out of this little rut I'm in. I'm kind of in a stressful environment right now with work and just everything coming at me. So have a bit of patience, man. But the videos are going to even pick up and get way better than they are right now. So hopefully this was helpful. Come on, I'm playing a These boys are getting grief for some reason down here. Must be low.
Yeah. Remember I stole a gas canister?
Yeah. If we kill someone, like we have and they have a bow, we can use it. If not, we can just use it to kill them.
Yeah.
But by the way, if we throw that on someone's cone and they're like brick or wood, I don't think we do it with metal unless it's half built. But like I can get this spraying and then we can just keep spraying the builds and drop it in.
Yeah.
They're wasting their man. This is a bot lobby, man. My man is after making about like a 4 high, 4 wide box.
Yeah.
They're the team over there that we'd bomb out with it.
Hopefully we get zoned. Oh my!
I think we're good where we are. I don't think
we don't even have to move.
We just grief everyone.
There's guys right under us.
Below, yeah.
Oh shit, Phil.
He's a solo, by the way. 31 crack. He's we can kill him. I'm gonna help you now. So we kill him. Got the wall.
Box. Pump didn't shoot, nice. Dead.
G.
Go back up to her spot quick. I'll get the mats and stuff. Can we stay here?
No. Good where we are. I was tunneled up.
Yeah. I'm bringing up the spear minis. Do you have
Three
AR?
kills down here.
I
have 60. I need a bit.
So
So many kills down here. I need you.
I'm gonna split you some ammo.
Yeah. This is where the kills are, man. I'll tell you now. You have SMG ammo?
Yeah. Here. I'm gonna let you do the spray because I've got 40 ammo, but I'm gonna look to see what we can do.
35 ding. 24, 24.
There's guys building up to the right. Like, yeah, on me. I'm just gonna come back to you.
Yeah. Do you know where that dead guy was?
No. Well, the guy we killed, he doesn't have anything left, by the way. There's guys under us. Well, we need a refresh. We've only got 12 ammo.
Yeah, it's ammo. I'm scuffing. I have great mats.
Right under us. 105, 19 white.
Follow.
Good. Oh shit.
GG's.
Can you tarp out? I need to get this loot.
Oh, just follow me. I have a tarp made.
I've got so much mats, by the way. Oh, that's not you.
I'm good now. Oh, my bad. Stop spraying me, dick. Fuck off. That auto picked him up when I jumped. Fix your game. Oh.